Okay guys, here is the interview you've been waiting for. I am here with one of the most successful traders in the prop firm industry, and I'm so excited you guys get to meet him. Here is Art Z. Tell us a little bit about you, your background, and how you kind of got into trading to begin with.
Sure. So I got into trading a long time ago, and about 7, 8 years now. So when I started trading works. So how I got into it, most likely it was over social media. I don't even remember anymore, but I was interested in stocks, and then I saw Forex market. And I was like, wow, so much more money that circulates through Forex than it does through stock market. So that kind of caught my interest, and from there on, I started doing the research, started looking at it, and here we are 8 years later.
Have you always been interested in investments and trading, or was that something that kind of sparked your interest, like you said, through social media?
Well, I always been more of an entrepreneur, right? And I was like, how can I make money online? Because back in the day, it was a thing. Like, okay, so there is this trading. So, okay, let's look into it. Let's see what this is all about. And kind of that's how I got into it, and just extra source of income, I guess.
That's not ever a bad thing, right? To have a little supplemental income, right? So what got you to finally take that leap into trading with prop firms, and what kind of trading were you doing prior to working with prop firms?
Right. So I started most likely like everybody else, demo trading. Then I tried small accounts, $500, $1,000, tried to flip those. And then I came across prop firms, and prop firms were just starting to get more popular for just regular people. And if I can pay $1,000 and have a 200,000 capital, it's a no-brainer. Especially, you get your money back once you pass with the first payout. It can't go wrong. I mean, yeah, it's more strict. There are rules involved, but if you're trading, you have rules set up for yourself anyway. So might as well adapt your rules to their rules and go from there.
In the past, what has your experience been like trading with other prop firms before kind of hearing about smartproptrader, if you don't mind kind of going into those details?
Right. So I have multiple accounts with multiple prop firms. Uh, it's not always it's not always great with some of them. Like it just recently, there's a prop firm that's going through some rough times that screwed me out of a lot of money. But I know Blake, and once I heard that I have an account with his other firm that he's a part owner in, and once I knew Blake was involved, and this was a solid firm. He's not the person that will run off with the money. But yeah, and so far, it's been great. The rules are great with you guys. You're one of the cheapest prop firms out there. Probably the cheapest one for the account size. And yeah, I'm excited. I have a payout coming up on next week, I believe. So far it's been smooth. Very, very excited to see how it goes from here.
Awesome. We're happy to hear that. Are you currently utilizing multiple prop firms to meet your objections? I know you kind of tapped into that a little bit, but tell us how you kind of manage those other firms and how you reach those objectives.
So for me, it's all about diversification. I don't want to have all accounts in one prop firm, and then if anything goes bad, it happened before. I'm sure it will happen again. I don't want to have all my eggs in one basket. So it's good to have, especially if you're using different strategies, or it's always good to have different accounts in different prop firms. And over the years trading with prop firms, I've learned that you need to have a specific amount, specific percentage you want to make, and then just stop trading that firm for the month. Otherwise, your trade might end up blowing the account, or not going to hit your goals. You hit it, you win more because we're all greedy, and you'll keep trading. you're gonna lose half of your profits. You're like, oh, why did I trade? Why did I touch it? So,
That's
reach your
probably
goal.
pretty
Stop
smart.
trading. Stop trading for that account for that month or 2 weeks, whatever the payout is. And that's why it's good to have multiple accounts, because I do like to trade.
That's great. You kind of touched on using certain strategies. So tell us a little bit about kind of the strategies or like any trading philosophies that you tend to follow. And does that change per prop firm that you are working with?
Right. Well, there's specific prop firms. For example, I only trade gold with one prop firm and hold the account. Another one, I would trade currencies. So my strategy is pretty much the same for both of them. Either it's indices, commodities, currencies, but I like to have separate accounts for separate instruments, just because that way it gets, to me, it's more clear to keep track, especially if you have 6-7 accounts. Okay, that prop firm I'm only trading gold with. That one's only for currencies. But as far as strategy, my strategy is very, very simple. I use it for everything.
Do you feel comfortable going into your strategy at all? Yeah, tell us.
I've done it before in different interviews, so it's very simple. So my strategy is I look at the trend, I determine the trend, and I usually go off of the bigger time frames. And then I take my once I determine the trend, I look for resistance, break and retest, and I take my trades then. So it's pretty much just structure.
Very cool. Thanks for sharing. Yeah. How did you ultimately end up hearing about smartproptrader? I know you are familiar with Blake, but kind of curious, your journey to finding us.
Right. So I'm always on the lookout for new firms. There's so many firms. I'm looking for what's the best one that would work for me, and I came across you guys. I was like, okay, it's a new firm, but everything looks good. I didn't know that Blake was involved at that time yet. So everything looked good, and I joined. You guys, I think, had some special going on for Thanksgiving or something. And then I was on Discord, and Ryan said, like, oh, it's very warm in Michigan. I'm like, wait, this guy's from Michigan. We start talking, and we're like, oh, we're both from Michigan. Like, let's meet up. Let's get lunch. Let's talk more. But then found out that Blake was involved. I was like, okay, it's so far no red flags.
Can you give our viewers your detailed experience with SmartPropTrader so far? I know you've kind of, touched the surface of it, but a lot of people may be wanting to give us a try or haven't yet. What would you, tell them your experience has been like so far to kind of allow them to take that leap?
So from the get-go, right? The website, you go to the website, it's very clear. All the rules are right there. Once you decide which account you want to go with, you make a payment, you get your credentials pretty much instantly. The best part is once you actually do hit the profit objective, you get the second phase right away, instantly, like within maybe a minute, 2 minutes, as far as I can tell. And once that's passed, the funded account is very fast as well. I think it was like 3 or 4 hours since I signed the contract, I did the KYC, and I had the account. It's it's very simple. The rules are right there. Everything is black and white. I mean, it's still it's a new prop firm, and there will be things that will need to get adjusted. But from what I can tell, it's very, very simple, very black and white. Anybody wants to give it a try, I would highly recommend.
Awesome. Thanks for that. I know that's something that Blake and Ryan have been really adamant about, is making it, simple and fast, and, having that trustworthy aspect too, with, you being able to meet Blake or Ryan, sorry. And having them so, at your fingertips on Discord, and having that like constant communication has been something that we really pride ourselves on, for sure. You have clearly been around the block and are a highly respected and profitable trader with many prop firms. So, how would you say smartproptrader like sizes up in your experiences so far? I know, kind of asking similar questions, but curious based on your, success and experience you've had. How does that size up? For and I know it's
So
early on,
yeah,
but
no, I mean, like you said, it's still early on. Down the road, I would like to see bigger account sizes. For me, when I look at a prop firm, I like to trade larger account sizes, 400,000, 500,000. I know it's a lot of capital to put on the line, especially for somebody to take on, but I'm sure I'm not the only one that is looking for something like that. Um, Again, max is 400 right now. I think that's great. You break it into two separate accounts, so that way you have the two strategies. You can trade them separate on a separate account. Um, Again, like I said, a lot of things that are very instant, low profit objectives, lower drawdown too, but one goes with another. You cannot have it all. So and good price. It's been great.
good. And that's what's so cool about what I've seen so far is being able to really listen to our traders and really implement, like you said, where there's going to need to be tweaks and changes and things like that. So being able to meet you and our other funded traders, it's been really great for us to kind of be able to listen and make those changes. How would you say trading has changed life for you and your family? What did your life look like before and now? Give us a picture of that.
Well, let's see. I'm still working 9 to 5. Still have a regular job. I have 2 kids and one more on the way. So,
Congratulations.
I mean, thank you. Trading definitely helped. I mean, again, it's a second source of income, and it allowed me to take the profits that I made and invest them into different real estate, other businesses, other ventures. It's if once you're a profitable trader, it's only up from there. There's so many things you can do.
That's amazing. That's so great to hear. So obviously there are so many aspiring traders right now. What would you say your top 3 pieces of advice you would give them?
Okay. The first one is don't never give up. It took me 8 years to get here. I wanted to quit so many times because I thought, okay, after a few years, okay, maybe it's not for me. Maybe, there's so many people that I think it was like 96% or 98% of traders fail. So just don't give up. It will click. It might take you 1 year, might take you 5, 10 years. Just keep going at your pace. Don't kill yourself going too crazy. But I just keep doing. Don't give up. That would be number 1. Number 2, make sure you have trading plan, risk management, especially if you're going to do prop firms. That's most important, right? Because there is only a certain percentage you're allowed to lose before you violate your account. So make sure you have a plan, stick to it. I know it's easy to say, and I don't always stick to my plan, but try to. Write it down, tape it to your forehead, tape it to your screen, do whatever you need to do. Just follow it. That way you'll keep your account longer.
Mm-hmm.
And third one is, I don't even know. Keep track of your expenses. Because with prop firms, once tax time is coming up, if you have a lot of withdrawals, want to make sure you open a business, open a company, and take advantage of all the benefits you can save taxes on with prop firms.
That's great. Thank you for all that advice. I'm sure a lot of people will get a lot of that out of that. So that's awesome. Again, I appreciate you taking the time. I know you have a super busy schedule, so I appreciate you carving out the time to chat.
It was very nice. Very nice to be here. Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
And I'm sure we'll do this again.
Perfect. All right. We'll chat soon. Have a good day.
Awesome.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks again, Art, for joining me today. I look forward to talking to you further on Funded Trader Chat with Alexis. as you get your first payout soon with smartproptrader. As always, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, join us on Discord, and follow on Instagram and TikTok at smartproptrader. See you next week.